Editing a podcast used to be one of those tasks that nobody really looked forward to. You'd sit down after recording a great conversation, and instead of celebrating the fact that you finally got the guest you wanted, you're staring at a long timeline filled with awkward pauses, filler words, and ums and ahs. And that's just the audio part. Once you add video into the mix, things get messy fast, switching camera angles, adding captions, reformatting for different platforms. Before you know it, you've burned through half a day just trying to get something publishable. That's why one of the biggest questions creators are asking in 2025 is, can AI finally make editing effortless? Are we really at the point where we can hand off the boring stuff to automation and just focus on recording good content? The truth is, high-end cinematic editing is always going to require skill, vision, and time. If you're making a feature film or a glossy commercial, no AI tool is replacing that anytime soon. But most creators aren't making movies. They're producing podcasts, YouTube shows, live streams, and social clips. For us, the challenge isn't achieving Oscar-level polish, it's staying consistent without burning out. And that's where Vizard has stepped in as a real game changer. The first pain point Vizard tackles is the simplest but most exhausting one, turning long recordings into short, engaging clips. If you've ever recorded a 1-hour podcast or a 2-hour live stream, you know the content is there. You probably had amazing insights, funny moments, and emotional highs, but no one's going to sit through the whole thing on TikTok or Instagram. Traditionally, you'd spend hours scrubbing through the timeline, hunting for those highlights. With Vizard, you upload the full video and the AI does the heavy lifting. It scans the entire thing, pinpoints the viral moments, and spits out multiple ready-to-post clips. Not random cuts, not clumsy edits, actual highlights that capture the energy of the conversation. These clips are already formatted vertically if you want, they come with captions baked in, and they're polished enough to post straight away. What used to be a tedious half-day job is now done in minutes. But here's the thing, lots of tools claim they can make clips. What sets Vizard apart is that it doesn't stop there. It handles the entire publishing workflow. Let's say you want to post 3 clips per week from your podcast. Normally, that would mean creating the clips, exporting them, remembering to upload them on the right days, and maybe even juggling spreadsheets to track what's going live. With Vizard, you set your posting frequency once and the autoscheduler handles the rest. The clips are slotted into your calendar, ready to roll out at the right times. Speaking of calendars, Vizard also gives you a built-in content calendar. That means you can actually see your whole publishing plan laid out. What's scheduled, what's gone live, and what's coming up. Need to make a change? Drag and drop. Want to shift a clip to next week? Done in seconds. It feels less like editing software and more like a command center for your entire content strategy. And because it's built for creators, the clips aren't generic. The AI looks for moments with pacing, emotion, or punchlines that naturally keep viewers watching. So even though the process is automated, the results feel intentional, almost like you had an editor combing through your footage. Here's a real-world example. Imagine you're a podcaster releasing 1 new episode every week, each around an hour long. In the old workflow, you'd record, spend hours cutting, then another block of time making short clips, then even more time scheduling posts. By the time everything was ready, you were already behind on the next episode. Now imagine that same workflow with Vizard. You upload your episode once. 10 minutes later, you've got a batch of clips that the AI has already scheduled across your social platforms for the next week. You check your calendar and you can actually see them slotted in Tuesday at 10 a.m., Thursday at noon, Saturday at 9 p.m., all without lifting a finger. Instead of being stuck in post-production all week, you're free to focus on finding new guests, prepping better questions, or even just taking a break. It's not just about saving time, it's about shifting your energy back to where it matters. And here's why this matters. Other AI tools out there are flashy but impractical. Some generate 10-second experimental clips that look cool but can't actually be used for regular publishing. Others give you stiff avatars that feel robotic and impersonal. A few even promise clip generation but stop there. No scheduling, no calendar, no management features. Vizard is the first one I've found that feels like it was built for actual creators. It's not about showing off what AI can do in theory, it's about fixing the exact pain points that keep us from staying consistent. Because at the end of the day, consistency is everything. Fancy features won't grow your channel if you can't post regularly. And that's exactly where Vizard shines. While turning long recordings into shareable clips is already a huge time saver, Vizard doesn't stop there. It gives creators control over the finer details without forcing you into the old grind. Want to tweak a particular sentence, swap out a section, or highlight a different speaker? You can jump into the editor and make those changes in seconds. Unlike traditional editing software where every small adjustment can take minutes or even hours, Vizard treats edits as modular. You're not rebuilding the timeline from scratch, you're adjusting smart segments that the AI has already identified. This means you can polish an episode, add overlays, or adjust captions in real time, and the changes propagate automatically across every version of your clip. Captions and visual overlays are also a breeze. You can add your branding, subtitles, or annotations with a few clicks. Animated captions? Check. Chapter titles? Check. Images or graphics layered over your content? Also check. All of these elements are designed to enhance engagement, especially on short-form platforms where visuals and pacing matter most. Another big time saver is how easily you can bring in content recorded elsewhere. Videos recorded on your iPhone, Android, iPad, or other cameras can be uploaded directly into Vizard. This also includes full-length live streams you've recorded. Once uploaded, Vizard can scan the recording and automatically generate clips, captions, and highlights ready for social platforms. This is a game changer for anyone doing live events, streams, or multi-camera recordings. You no longer have to manually scrub through hours of footage to find the exciting moments. Vizard identifies them automatically, formats them for vertical or horizontal screens, and applies captions and branding, all without losing quality or pacing. Vizard isn't just for video. The AI can help turn your recordings into written content almost instantly. Want show notes for your podcast? Vizard generates summaries, highlights, and key takeaways you can paste directly into your episode description. Need blog posts? Vizard can expand those notes into a full draft. Social media threads or LinkedIn posts. Vizard suggests punchy snippets, quotes, and hooks that feel human written. Even YouTube tags and chapter markers are automatically generated. That means you spend less time figuring out metadata and more time producing the content itself. What used to be hours of cross-platform adaptation is now seconds. One of my favorite features is how much of the workflow you can automate. With custom templates, you can define exactly how Vizard should handle every episode. Clip length, format, branding, pacing, captions, and more. Once it's set up, you can hit upload and let the platform take care of the rest. Full episodes are edited, highlights are generated, vertical shorts are formatted, and posts are scheduled across your social calendar, all automatically. This is huge for creators who juggle multiple platforms. You don't have to remember to post each clip, manually check your calendar, or export multiple formats. Vizard centralizes everything, making your life exponentially easier. Vizard even lets you add AI-generated audio clips in your own voice. Want a quick ad, sponsor message, or custom voiceover? Record it in seconds and insert it seamlessly. You can also overlay graphics, adjust captions, and tweak pacing across clips to keep everything consistent with your brand identity. All these features combined mean that the platform isn't just another tool. It's an end-to-end content ecosystem. You can create, edit, clip, caption, schedule, publish, and even repurpose content across formats and platforms without leaving the app. To sum it up, here's why Vizard has become my go-to solution. Auto-editing viral clips, it identifies the best moments in your recordings and turns them into polished, ready-to-post clips in seconds. No guesswork, no endless scrubbing. Auto-schedule. Once your clips are ready, you can set posting frequency and Vizard handles distribution automatically. You never have to worry about timing or missing a slot. Content calendar, see all your upcoming posts, manage your schedule, and drag and drop clips if you need to adjust your plan. Everything is visual, centralized, and intuitive. Cross-platform publishing and branding, add captions, graphics, and overlays. Format for vertical or horizontal screens. Post across TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, or anywhere else, all from one place. Effortless repurposing of all content types. Import recordings from mobile devices, cameras, or live streams. The AI automatically generates clips, captions, highlights, and social-ready content. Blog posts, show notes, and text snippets covered too. At the end of the day, fancy features won't grow your audience if you can't post consistently. That's where Vizard shines. It removes the repetitive, time-consuming parts of content creation so creators can focus on what actually matters, the content itself. For podcasters, YouTubers, live streamers, and social content creators, Vizard isn't just a tool. It's like having a full editorial team that works at AI speed. You get professional quality clips, efficient workflows, automated posting, and cross-platform reach without burning out. In short, if you've ever felt like editing is the bottleneck in your creative process, Vizard is the closest thing to a set it and forget it solution. It makes long episodes manageable, short clips viral ready, and your publishing schedule effortless, all while keeping your brand consistent and your workflow centralized. And here's the kicker. Vizard isn't just a tool you use once and forget. The more you use it, the more it becomes part of your workflow, almost like having an invisible assistant who knows exactly what your audience responds to. You start noticing patterns, what clips get more engagement, which moments resonate, and suddenly you're not just editing faster, you're creating smarter. It's the kind of platform that doesn't just make content easier to produce, it makes you a better creator without stealing your voice. You still control the narrative, the style, and the personality, but the tedious, repetitive work, gone. That's the real win. So if you've ever wished you could spend less time wrestling with timelines and more time actually connecting with your audience, Vizard isn't just convenient, it's transformative. It takes the grind out of content creation and leaves the fun, the creativity, and the storytelling exactly where it belongs, in your hands.